Lucas. It's funny how now she be calling me back. She see that I got it, I'm stuck in the trap. 40 autos and we put it right back. 40 autos and he left in the back. I can't be trusting cause people just act. I get the money, I run it right back. The plug on my phone, I get to these racks. The plug on my phone, I'm gonna get back. I can't be trusting cause people be switching and stunting. I had to go get me some money, they always was fronting. I had to stay up the sign. I never trust, I've been nice. You seeing that drip on the bone.
Just literally lost him. See, bro?
Turn $1 to $100. I cannot trust, I've been nothing. I cannot trust. You want me to show her some love?
Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Dizzle back with another banger video for you guys. And in today's video, as you guys can tell by the title, I'm going to be showing you guys the top 3 builds at Legend. And obviously, as you guys know, if you clicked on this video, I'm assuming you know Legends get plus 10 badges in every single category. So I'm going to be going over the best badges, or not the best badges, the top 3 builds if you were to hit Legend, or if you were just curious and you wanted to know like what the 3 best Legend builds were. So without further ado, let's get right into it. But first off, I just want to say thank you guys so much for all the love, man. I mean, it's crazy, bro, that my channel is growing so much faster than it recently did. Thank you guys, bro. I really do appreciate it. It does mean the world. And yeah, without further ado, now let's get right into the video, okay? So first things, the first build we're gonna be going over is the two-way slashing playmaker, but we're gonna change it around a little bit. We're not just gonna do the normal two-way slashing playmaker that everybody does. So we're going to be going with point guard. Heinous does not matter. Jersey number does not matter. And yeah. Now, obviously, the pie chart for the two-way slashing playmaker is the red and yellow. And yeah, we're going to be picking that. Very good all-around pie chart. And then we're going to be picking the top physical 2. Just so you're as fast as possible. You can jump as high as possible. You know, it's the most goated vertical pie chart for this build. Now, for the finishing, we are going to literally max everything. We are going to max everything. We're going to take the standing dunk down to a 40, but then max everything else. So you see we get 17 badges. Now remember, when you hit Legend, you get plus 10. So technically, we have 27 finishing badges right now. And yeah. Now, for the shooting, all we are going to touch is mid-range and three-pointer. Now, you might be saying, why? There's only one shooting, but remember, there's 11, and all you need to shoot in this game is like 9. So 11 shooting badges is definitely more than good enough, especially with these 2 categories maxed. So yeah. Now, for the playmaking, we are going to be putting up the ball handling and pass accuracy, and I'll get to the post moves in a minute when we get to the last couple categories. So we're going to max out the perimeter D, lateral quickness, steal, and offensive rebound. Now, if you really want, you can get an extra defensive with these last couple upgrades, or you can get 2 playmaking badges, which is completely up to you. I would personally, you know, I would put the post moves up to a 57, take it down 1, and then you can put 1 extra on your block. Really, block rating does not matter as long as you have rim protector. So honestly, 41 block. I would take 22 playmaking badges over 21 defensive. I don't know. But that's completely on you guys. Now for the height, we are going to be going with 6'5". And yeah, I mean, honestly, this speaks for itself. Look at the stats. Almost all of them jump except like the ball handling and the driving dunk. Now, if you want to still be able to speed boost with the build before 99 overall, I would go 6'4". But for this, we're going to be going with 6'5", minimum weight, so you're as fast as possible. And then we're going to be going with max wingspan, so you are a lockdown defender, and you can steal every single passing lane. And at 99 overall, you will still be able to speed boost. Actually, you'll be able to speed boost before then because you do have a 95 speed, which at 99 also is going to be a 99, and you're a legend, so I mean, you already have it anyways. But the shooting does go down, but you still get 11 badges, so that's all that really matters. And yeah, so remember, we get 27 finishing, 11 shooting, 32 playmaking, and 30 defensive. So very good build. Max wingspan, you know, it's very good. 6'5" too, so it can almost, like with the max wingspan, it can almost guard 1 through the 5. It's just a little bit too undersized still. But the next build I'm going to show you guys can guard the 1 through 5. But I guess if you guys want, because you're lacking offense, playmaking take, but if you feel like you want, just go all out on defense with this build. I mean, lockdown take, but honestly, for the fun of it, playmaking takeover, and as you see, we will get the two-way slashing playmaker. Now, if you were to make this build and you are a legend, I'm gonna show you guys the best badge setup. I'm gonna have to take off a couple badges because, you know, obviously we don't have the plus 10 in here. But yeah, so again, you see right here, 17, 1, 22, and 20. Imagine all those plus 10. So yeah. Now, for the finishing, first things first, we're gonna go contact, consistent, slithery, relentless, fancy, and then the last two we're going to be putting on Giant Slayer. So take a screenshot, whatever, right now, and remember we get another 10 badges. So the 10 extra, imagine these are still on. With the 10 extra badges, we're going to go with Acrobat. Honestly, I don't even know what the rest you could do. I mean, you could do Pro Touch, and then maybe like you could boost Giant Slayer up, and then maybe put on like Showtime, or honestly Cross Key Score. I have no idea, to be honest with you. Maybe Teardropper. But yeah, so just imagine we still have contact on gold, consistent gold, slithery gold, and relentless gold, and then that would be the setup, or at least the best setup. So 9 gold badges is not too bad for finishing. Now imagine if we have 11 shooting. You would want to go with quick draw silver, with jump shot 38, range extender gold, hot zone hunter gold, and then green machine bronze, and then maybe like clutch shooter bronze, and then deadeye bronze. I mean, that's probably what I would go with, because clutch shooter actually does help a lot. Green machine helps, and deadeye bronze helps a lot too. So yeah, you could definitely go crazy with that setup. Again, silver quick draw, gold range extender, gold hot zone hunter, that's 8, and then 1, 2, 3 green machine bronze, clutch shooter bronze, and deadeye bronze. Now for the playmaking, this is going to be the most fun thing about the build. You can go with quick first step Hall of Fame, unpluckable Hall of Fame. You know, it doesn't make too much of a difference, but it will help out a little bit. Floor general and dimer, just so your teammates always hit down their or knock down their shots. Handles for days, and then space creator silver. Now because of the extra 10, again, just imagine that all these are still Hall of Fame except space creator. Now we're going to be going with space creator Hall of Fame, ankle breaker Hall of Fame, and then maybe either stop and go Hall of Fame, or tight handles Hall of Fame. I actually, honestly, you're a legend, low-key, depending on how you're going to be playing, maybe even, I would definitely put bailout on. Bailout's a very, very good badge. But yeah, so 32 badges, just, you know, play around with it. You know, remember, floor general's still on Hall of Fame, dimer's Hall of Fame, quick first steps Hall of Fame. Maybe put like handles for days and unpluckable down, and then put like bailout on, because bailout actually does come in clutch a lot. Now for the defensive, because we get 30, this is going to be a crack build. Clamps Hall of Fame, defensive leader Hall of Fame, intimidator Hall of Fame, interceptor Hall of Fame, and then maybe like rim protector Hall of Fame. And then imagine we get 10 more badges. You could, because you're 6 or because you're 6'5", you might want to rock with Pogo Stick Hall of Fame. That's 4 of the badges, and then maybe like Hick Dodger, just in case, and then maybe like Post Move Lockdown, or like Heart Crusher, up to you. I'd probably rock with Post Move Lockdown just in case you get put on the big. But yeah, defensive leader helps out a lot when you, or it helps your teammates out a lot, and you can see the other team's shooting percentages. But yeah, that's going to wrap up the first build, so now let's get on to the second build. Guys, so for the second build, we are going to be going with a shooting guard, and it's going to be the exact same pie chart, which is going to be the yellow and red. It's basically the same build, but it's 6'7", so it can guard all, or it can guard 1 through 5. Very, very, very good build. So I'm just gonna speed through this one because basically it is almost the same exact build. If you look at it like that. But yeah, I mean, obviously you get 27 finishing again, so I would do the same badge setup. 11 shooting, I would do the same badge setup. Playmaking, I'll show you guys. Actually, you know, you're 6'7", figure it out. I just figured I'd put this build in here because, I mean, imagine this build. You see 6'7", can guard 1 through 5, still gets contacts, still gets pro dribble moves, can shoot, obviously, if you're a legend, and then max wingspan will help you play the best defense possible. And when we're all done with it, I'd probably go with lock take. You see we get the facilitating finisher, so that's just one speed run on a build because, you know, I don't feel like wasting your guys' time, but I do think this is also a top 3 legend build. It's just different than the 2-way slash and play, so that's why I added it in here. It's actually better than the playmaking glass too, so because it gets way more badges in the slashing category. So yeah, third build, we are going to be going with point guard. Actually, the last 2 builds are going to be point guards, so just FYI. But yeah, point guard, and then, you know what, I'm gonna make this a top 5, y'all. I'm gonna add 2 more builds in after this one. Okay, so if you want to stick around, stick around. But for the pie chart, we are going to be going with the red pie chart, and then we're going to be going with the pie chart that's actually the most balanced this time. Or not, I picked the wrong one. We're going to be going with the one that's the most balanced. So you see we get a 77 strength, 91 speed, and 95 vertical. Very, very good pie chart. And then for the stats, we are going to be maxing out these 3, the close shot, driving layup, driving dunk. And then for the shooting, again, we're just going to max out the mid-range and 3-point because even though they're low stats, at Legend with 11 shooting badges, this is good enough to be able to shoot, trust me. Now for the playmaking, we're going to be maxing these 2 right off the bat. And then for the defensive categories, we're just going to go ahead and max out basically everything. We're going to max out the defensive rebound, and then put the interior defense up as much as we can. Or if you don't really want to touch interior because you still get 30 badges, we're just going to be putting the last one, the last little bit on playmaking. And actually, you can take it down 7 and then put it on slashing and get an extra slashing badge. So that's pretty good. So you see we get 22 finishing, 11 shooting, 19 playmaking, and 40 defensive. Oh, this build will be extremely fun. And then you see we go 6'5". Look at the defensive stats. It's so good. You still get pro dribble moves, you get contact dunks, obviously you can shoot. Very good build. Now we're going to go minimum wingspan again, and then our minimum weight, and then max wingspan. Now you see we get 95, 95, 95, 95, 92, 95 for the defensive categories. Very, very good build. And because you have max wingspan and 40 defensive badges, you can still guard bigs in the paint. So don't even worry about that. Even with the 53 ball, you'll still be able to shoot with 11 badges. You'll be able to go crazy slashing, and you'll still be able to dribble because you still have pro dribble moves. Now for the takeover, you know, you're a lockdown, you might as well just go all out for locking people up. Now you see we get the 2-way finisher, similar to DeJounte Murray, Baron Davis, and De'Aaron Fox. Now let's go to the badge setup if you guys were to make this build. And yeah, so now that we're onto the badges, imagine you have 22 slashing. We're going to be going with contact gold, slithery gold, relentless gold, giant slayer gold, and then 10 more. So we're just going to take off 10 of these. So imagine contact, giant, relentless, and slithery are still on. Now we're going to be putting on consistent, acrobat, pro touch, and then maybe cross keys, score, bronze. So you get 7 gold badges and then 1 bronze. So yeah, I'd probably go with acrobat, consistent, contact, giant slayer, relentless, pro touch, and slithery all gold, and then maybe cross key, score, or like teardrop or bronze. Now for the shooting, it's going to be the same for almost all these builds that can't really shoot if you're not a legend. So quick draw silver, range extender gold, hot zone hunter gold, and then deadeye bronze, green machine bronze, and then clutch shooter bronze. Honestly, best setup for a non-shooting build at legend. Now for the playmaking, because you can actually dribble on this build, we're going to be going with quick first step, obviously, handles for days, and then maybe unpluckable bronze, or you know what, we're going to take handles for days down 2, and then we're going to be putting it on like ankle breaker so you can just have fun on this build, and then maybe like bailout. Now imagine you have 10 more. I'd probably upgrade these 3 all 1, so that's 3, so now we have 7 left. So maybe like tight handles on silver, maybe space creator, actually not space creator because this build can't really shot create like that. So honestly, maybe like dime or bronze, and then you got like 4 or 3 left. I lost myself in the math, honestly. Yeah, just upgrade like all the badges that are already on, and then put dimer on. And yeah, I mean, tight handles. You know, you can go crazy. I literally lost myself in this. I don't know what badges I was talking about or how many upgrades we had left. So just like, you know, do the basics like ankle breaker, bailout, dimer, handles for days, quick first step, unpluckable, and tight handles. Try and upgrade as much as you can. Now for the defensive, because you get 40 badges, yes, you heard that right, 40 badges, we're just going to go all out. We're going to go Chase Down Artist Hall of Fame, Clamps Hall of Fame, Defensive Leader Hall of Fame, Intimidator Hall of Fame, Interceptor Hall of Fame, Rim Protector Hall of Fame, Pogo Stick Hall of Fame, and then we're going to go with Moving Truck Hall of Fame because you are a guard, but just now I'm going to take 10 down. So imagine we still have these 3 badges, all Hall of Fame. Now we're going to be putting on Moving Truck Hall of Fame, Post Move Lockdown Hall of Fame, and then if you really want, Pick Dodger Silver and Pickpocket Silver, just so you can dodge screens, even though it won't really matter because you can still switch regardless. But yeah, this build will go crazy. Honestly, if you don't want either of those, because I don't see myself on my pure lock getting many steals or dodging many screens, even though it's not needed, Rebound Chaser, snag over centers. It is the most fun thing, especially because you have a high vertical. But yeah, that's the best badge setup for this pure lockdown build. Now let's get on to the next build. Alright guys, so for this build now we're going to be going over the offensive threat build as a point guard, because you're a legend, you know, the badges are just going to be crazy. Yeah, so for the position, obviously, like I just said, point guard, and then now we're going to be going with the green and blue pie chart. So the first actual offensive build, that we're going to be going with the fastest pie chart, because you're a point guard, you want to be able to be as fast as you possibly can. Now we're going to just off rip, we're going to only max these 3, and then this is probably what I would do, but this is on you guys. This is basically on your preferences. So 11 playmaking, you'll be able to dribble a little bit, but we're gonna honestly just put we're just gonna go with the 11 shooting. So you see, we're gonna get 18 or 28, 21, 11, and 22. It's a very, very good all-around build. Imagine, I mean, you don't need the upgrades for the playmaking because, first of all, you don't get Hall of Fame to playmaking, so you can't get like floor general. And dimer isn't as useful as gold as it is on Hall of Fame. But you still might want it like bronze or something. But yeah, so this is a very good build. And the 22 defensive on an offensive build is crazy, and you can still speed boost, contact dunk, and shoot. So it's going to be a very good build. Now we're going to be going with 6'5". You see, basically everything gets better, except like the ball handling and the shooting. And then we're going to go minimum weight, minimum wingspan, and remember, you're 6'5", so you're still going to be you know, able to do everything. And you actually, we're gonna go back and make it a 6'4" low-key, because the ball handling stays a lot better at 6'4", and you don't really lose too much defensive upgrades. So we're just gonna go 6'4", minimum weight again, and then maybe like, yeah, I guess we're gonna go with 77.9, because then you still are able to speed boost at 99. I mean, if you really want, go minimum, because then you can speed boost at 98. But yeah, I guess we'll just go with that low-key. And then for the takeovers, the best in my opinion would probably be sharpshooting. But I mean, this build, to make it better all around, I'd probably pick shot creating low-key, because shot creating helps a little bit with shooting and slashing. So I guess that's what we'll go with. And then you see, we're about to probably get the offensive threat name. Oh, scoring machine. Okay. Similar to Kevin Johnson, John Morant, and DeJounte Murray. Now we're gonna go to the badge setup, and I'll show you guys the best badge setup for this build, if you were to make it at Legend. Now, don't get me wrong, this build would not be great if you're not a Legend, because look at the badges, and the Hall of Fame categories are only freaking 29 combined badges, so that's not great. But yeah, at Legend, this build will be absolutely goated. So imagine you get 7 Hall of Fame badges. We're gonna go with Contact, Fancy, Slithery, Giant Slayer, and then Relentless Hall of Fame. And then, so just imagine we still have all these badges bronze, or all these badges still. Now we're gonna be putting up Relentless to Hall of Fame. We're gonna be putting Consistent to Hall of Fame, and then last one, I'd probably go with Acrobat. So you would have Acrobat Hall of Fame, Consistent Hall of Fame, Contact Hall of Fame, Fancy Hall of Fame, Giant Slayer Hall of Fame, Relentless Hall of Fame, and Slithery Hall of Fame. So very Very, very, very good slashing build. Now for the shooting, quick draw. I mean, silver. I love silver. But if you're a guard, a point guard that's actually like an offensive build, probably Hall of Fame, range extender Hall of Fame, and then hot zone hunter Hall of Fame. And because you get 21, imagine you get 5 Hall of Fames and then a bronze. So I would go with hot zone hunter Hall of Fame, Deadeye Hall of Fame. So that's 4, and then maybe like Green Machine Hall of Fame, and then or Green Machine like bronze, difficult shots like silver, and then or Green Machine silver, difficult shot silver, and then clutch shooter bronze. So yeah, just imagine you have Deadeye. So the legend build or badge setup would be quick draw Hall of Fame, range extender Hall of Fame, hot zone hunter Hall of Fame, Deadeye Hall of Fame, Green Machine silver, difficult shot silver, and then clutch shooter bronze. Difficult shots is only going to be useful because like if you want like to hit hop shots or spinning jumpers, that will help a lot with those shots. Now for the playmaking, we're going to be imagine you have 11, you're going to go with quick first step, gold, space creator gold, because you actually might want to take hop shots on this build and actually be able to create space like that. And then maybe like unpuckable bronze, handles for days bronze, and then maybe like ankle breaker bronze, and then you could put dimer on bronze also. So yeah, just imagine at legend you get ankle breaker bronze, dimer bronze, handles for days bronze, unpluckable bronze, quick first step gold, space creator gold, and then tight handles gold. Now for the defensive, you actually will get 22, so that's what makes this build really good, is because it's an offensive build, it can speed boost still, and you get a lot of defensive badges, so it really doesn't lack. We're going to be going with clamps silver, intimidator silver, interceptor silver, rim protector silver, chase down artist silver, and then you could low-key pick dodger silver because you're not going to be able to get a Hall of Fame, so it's probably the best you can get. But just imagine you have 10 more. Maybe honestly just put rim protector up to gold, pick dodger gold, interceptor gold, intimidator gold, chase down artist gold, clamps gold, and then you would have 4 more upgrades, which I'd probably put on maybe like post move lockdown, and then maybe like pogo stick just in case you get put on the big. So maybe like pogo stick silver and post move lockdown silver. So the setup would be clamps gold, chase down artist gold, intimidator gold, interceptor gold, pick dodger gold, rim protector gold, pogo stick silver, and post move lockdown silver. So that's gonna wrap it up for the offensive threat legend build. Now let's get to the last build. Alright y'all, so for the last build we are going to be actually I'm gonna throw in one more. I keep making it longer and longer. Pause. But I have one more in mind now that I thought about it after this build. But this build is probably going to be the most fun in my opinion because it's a power forward, as you guys saw. Pie chart's going to be red and green. So it's the first big guy build. And I just thought of another one. We're going to go with the fastest pie chart. Now for the slashing, we're just gonna max out the first 3 categories, and actually because you don't even get a badge, you could low-key just max out like the driving layup and driving dunk. Now you could max the mid-range 3-ball, and then we're gonna just skip over until we are done upgrading the defense, just because we want to make sure we have enough to upgrade all the defense, which we are going to. So you're gonna get 30 defensive badges, and then we're gonna go with like low-key. Looking back now, honestly, the dunk doesn't even matter like that. I would honestly rather just go with the extra shooting badges, but that's up to you guys. You don't need a driving layup, really. Honestly, if you got badges, you're good. But yeah, 24 shooting, 20 playmaking, which is actually kind of crazy for a power forward. I actually just made this build on my friend's account, except it had max shooting, and then it has 18, 10, and 20. But just because you're a legend, you don't really need the extra shooting badges. So we're just going to max a driving dunk just to make the build perform a little bit better than it would if you didn't have that. So you will have 11 playmaking, or finishing, 24 shooting, 10 playmaking, 30 defensive. So not bad. If you really want, I don't think you can get a slashing badge even if you upgraded all this. Okay, yeah, you can only get 3. Honestly, I'm taking 20 playmaking over 13 slashing, to be honest. So yeah, because you're still gonna get 11, so it's not that bad anyways. So yeah, we're gonna get 21 or 11, 24, 20, and 30. So not a bad build at all. We're gonna go 6'7", minimum weight, minimum wingspan. So you see, you're gonna actually be able to get pro dribble moves on this build, which is what makes it really good. You're almost gonna be able to contact dunk too. If you were to be able to get slashing take, but you can't. So actually, I completely take that back. That was a stupid statement. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to get contacts at all. But driving dunk is pretty good, considering, you know, it's a red and green pie chart. Now you see the shooting pretty good, dribbling pretty good, defense is still very good. And actually, you can make it. You can make the wingspan 85.7 and still get pro dribble moves, but that's going to make it hard to keep it because you're going to have to stay in 99 overall. So this is just for like, if you're, I bet you a lot of y'all can stay in 96 overall, 97, or 98. So yeah, we're just going to go with minimum because that's just going to make the build as good as it possibly can be. And yeah, so you see the takeovers. This is what makes the build very fun. You can get playmaking takeover on a red-green 6'7" pie chart, or red and green pie chart 6'7". Very good. But low-key, because the only thing this build really lacks is the defense, and it is a defensive build. I mean, like, the defensive stats are kind of low. You do get 30, so I guess you don't really need rim protect and take. So I mean, just to make the build as fun as possible, we're gonna go with the playmaking takeover. It's definitely not the best. You see, we get the stretch glass cleaner name. It's definitely not the best takeover. I think either spot up or rim protecting is, but this is gonna be the most fun takeover because you're just gonna be able to go crazy with it. Now, for the badge setup, we're just going to get right into it. Imagine you have 11 flashing. We're going to be going with slithery finisher gold, contact finisher gold, fancy footwork gold, and then, so that'd be 1, 2, 3, or wait, 1, 2, 3, so 9, and then consistent finisher bronze, and then relentless bronze is what I'd probably go with. Or slithery silver, take slithery down 1, and then maybe put on giant slayer. It's completely up to you, but yeah. Now for the shooting, because you get 24 or 6 Hall of Fames, I'd probably go with range extender Hall of Fame, quick draw silver, hot zone hunter Hall of Fame, deadeye Hall of Fame, and then imagine you get how many more would that be? 3 more badges Hall of Fame, or wait, no, I'm tripping. 2 more. 3 more in a silver. Okay, I'm literally dumb. Actually, wait, no, I'm completely tripping. Hold on. So if you had these Hall of Fame, you get 24, so you get 10 more. We would just put Green Machine on probably Hall of Fame, maybe like Clutch Shooter on, at least I'd put Clutch Shooter Silver, and then you'd get 1 more Hall of Fame. That's what I was trying to think of. So maybe Green Machine, Clutch Shooter Silver, and then honestly, I don't even know. So maybe put Clutch Shooter Hall of Fame, and then maybe like Corner Specialist Bronze, and then Catch Shoot Bronze. But now for the playmaking, because you actually get 20 playmaking, which that'll make the build very fun. We're gonna go quick first step, unpluckable needle threader, and then imagine you get, and then we're gonna go bailout. Now imagine you get 10 more. We're gonna go bailout gold, which is using 2, and then we're gonna go with post spin technician gold, which is using 3 more, so that's 5 already. And then honestly, the last couple are completely useless. 3 maybe on Dream Shake, or 3 maybe on Flashy Passer, and then the rest, I mean, maybe like Lob City Passer Silver. So at Legend, your badge setup, probably the best one would be bailout gold, unpluckable gold, needle threader gold, quick first step gold, post spin technician gold, Flashy Passer gold, and then Lob City Passer Silver. Which the combination of needle threader and Lob City is actually very good. You'll get a lot of lobs off. Now for the defensive badges, we're going to be going with Clamps Hall of Fame, of course, Moving Truck Hall of Fame, Post Move Lockdown Hall of Fame, Intimidator Hall of Fame, and then Rebound Chaser Hall of Fame, because your wingspan is very small and you're 6'7", which isn't too bad, but I mean, you know, you still want Rebound Chaser probably. Now imagine you get 2 more Hall of Fame badges and then a silver. You'd probably want to go with Rim Protector Silver, maybe Chase Down Artist Silver, and then So that would be 4. Now you get 6 more badges. Probably like Worm Hall of Fame or Defensive Leader Hall of Fame. Yeah, I'd probably go with Defensive Leader, and then maybe like Worm, Bronze, and then Box Bronze. So at Legend for the defensive badges for the Stretch Glass Cleaner build that I just showed you, probably Box Bronze, Chase Down Artist Silver, Clamps Hall of Fame, Defensive Leader Hall of Fame, Moving Truck Hall of Fame, Post Move Lockdown Hall of Fame, Intimidator Hall of Fame, Rebound Chaser Hall of Fame, and then Worm Bronze. So that is the Stretch Glass Cleaner Legend build. Now let's get on to the last and final build. Alright y'all, so for the last build, a lot of you guys are going to know this build. It is the Interior Force, which is probably my favorite center build, especially at Legend. It's very goated. So the pie chart you're going to want to be picking is going to be the green and blue. Very, very good pie chart for this, for a center. And we're going to be going with the second one with strength and speed, or the third one I mean. And then we're going to be going with we're going to max out standing dunk, post hook, and close shot. So you see we already got 18 finishing. Now we're going to be maxing out the mid-range. We're going to skip the free throw. We're going to go to the post fade. So you see we're going to have 28 finishing, 26 shooting, and then we're going to go down to the playmaking and just max out the pass accuracy and post moves. Now we're going to go down to the defensive category and max out we're going to max out the interior defense, block, offensive rebound, and defensive rebound. Now, but a lot of you guys would like this build, but I would personally take almost all of it off. Post moves are irrelevant too. I would go for the defensive badges. Again, defensive badges just mean a lot in this game. And then maybe try and get like an extra, maybe finishing badge. You can't get any extra badges, so maybe just put on, maybe take down, not perimeter defense, maybe like steal, down to a 46, and then try and get an extra badge in any other category. So you can get an extra shooting and an extra slashing, which is not bad. So we're just gonna go with the extra we're just gonna go with the extra shooting in this case. So you see we would get 28 finishing, 27 shooting, 11 playmaking. And the reason, I know the original Interior Force build gets 9 playmaking, but because, you know, the badges are basically irrelevant once you pass 9, so that's why we're not going to upgrade any of the playmaking at all. And then 22 defensive, so very, 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 very good pie chart. Now we're going to be going with 7'3", which is actually, you know, we're going to go with, like, honestly, I feel like the best would probably be 7'1". So that's what we're going to go with. We're going to go with max weight. We're going to go with max wingspan. And then you see the takeovers. Honestly, this build is going to be a defensive monster because you do get 22 defensive. And you do have max wingspan. So I would not go with rim. This is an offensive build. So go with post-scoring takeover, have fun, be toxic. You see the build name is Paint Defender, similar to Patrick Ewing, Nikola Vucevic, and Yusuf Nurkic. Now we're going to be going to the badges now, and this is the last build. This is the longest video I've ever made, but for the badges, you see we would get 28 slashing. So we're just gonna go super cheesy. This is a post build. This is a back to basket build. So we're gonna go with Back Down Punisher Hall of Fame, Drop Stepper Hall of Fame, Pro Touch Hall of Fame, Deep Hooks Hall of Fame, and then Consistent Finisher Hall of Fame. So imagine you have that Hall of Fame, and then you would get 2 more Hall of Fame badges, which I'd probably put on Giant Slayer. Now it sounds crazy, you're 7'1", but Giant Slayer, actually people have been like showing how it actually like basically degrades Rim Protector. So if somebody has Rim Protector, Giant Slayer is going to help you not get blocked. So Giant Slayer is actually a pretty good badge for bigs now. And then maybe like Contact Finisher or Relentless Finisher Hall of Fame. So you, at Legend, the badge setup would be Back Down Punisher Hall of Fame, Consistent Finisher Hall of Fame, Deep Hooks Hall of Fame, Drop Stepper Hall of Fame, Pro Touch Hall of Fame, Giant Slayer Hall of Fame, and then either Contact Hall of Fame or Relentless, whatever one you want. Maybe even just split them silver and silver. But you don't need fancy because you're just a center. You're not going to be doing none of that stuff. Now for the shooting, we're going to be going with Quick Draw Silver. You are 7'1", so speed doesn't really matter. You're probably going to be back to basket anyways. So So I would go with Range Extender, Hall of Fame, Deadeye Hall of Fame, Hot Zone Hunter Hall of Fame, and then you would go with Deep Fades Hall of Fame. Now imagine you get 27, which is going to be 6 Hall of Fames and 1 gold. So we're just going to take these all down to bronze, and then so you would have Deadeye Hall of Fame, Hot Zone Hunter Hall of Fame, Range Extender Hall of Fame, Deep Fades Hall of Fame, and then I would personally probably rock with, because you'd get you'd be using one of your 10 on Deep Fades, so you get 3 more golds or 2 Hall of Fames and a bronze. So I'd probably rock with, like, honestly, Green Machine will help you out a lot with post fades, especially it'll help you consistently green. Maybe, like, honestly, Corner Specialist Hall of Fame, and then Clutch Shooter Bronze. That's actually a pretty good badge setup. Yeah, at Legend for this build, your badge setup would be Quick Draw Silver, Range Extender Hall of Fame, Hot Zone Hunter Hall of Fame, Deadeye Hall of Fame, Deep Fades Hall of Fame, Green Machine Hall of Fame, Corner Specialist Hall of Fame, and then Clutch Shooter Bronze. Now for the playmaking, imagine you have 11. We're just gonna go with the ones that are gonna help this build out the most on the 1v1 court, because this is a 1v1 build. Post Spin Technician Bronze, Gold. Quick First Step Gold, Unpluckable Gold, and then because this is a 1v1 build, this is why I didn't upgrade the playmaking, because you see it would get excessive. Like, none of these other badges really help out a lot. If you're running 2v2 on this build, if you're running the 2s or 3s, I'd probably rock with, like, Bailout Silver, Needle Threader Silver, and then maybe Post Spin Silver. You know, you could put Unpluckable, Quick First Step, Post Spin, Needle Threader, Bailout all on silver, and then Dream Shake on bronze. And that'd probably be the best setup. So at Legend, your playmaking badge setup would be Bailout Silver, Needle Threader Silver, Post Spin Technician Silver, Quick First Step Silver, Unpluckable Silver, and then Dream Shake Bronze. Now for the defensive, because you would get 22, we're going to be going with so you'd get 7 gold and 1 bronze. So we're going to go with Moving Truck, Clamps, Post Move Lockdown, and then Rim Protector Gold, and then so you would get 10 more. So we would go with Intimidator Gold, probably Rebound Chaser, at least bronze. That's going to be our bronze badge. So you'd have Intimidator Gold. I'd probably put Chase Down Artist on bronze, maybe 2. Actually, yeah, I'd put Rebound Chaser on gold and then Chase Down Artist on bronze. And then you would get 1 more gold badge, so we could probably put that on, honestly, maybe like Pogo Stick. So you would have, at Legend, your badge setup would be Rim Protector, Post Move Lockdown, Rebound Chaser, Moving Truck Clamps, and Pogo Stick bronze, and Intimidator, and then Chase Down Artist bronze. Okay guys, that is finally going to wrap it up. Sorry, a lot of builds kept popping up in my head while I was making this. But yeah guys, that's going to wrap it up for the best, or the top 5 builds at Legend in NBA 2K20. If you guys did enjoy this very long video, if you're still here, please leave a like and subscribe if you are new. It's been your boy Dizzle, and I am out. Peace. My life is a